Hey y'all, Teacher Heather here. So today I wanted to do a video on winter camp. We have different opinions going around. Some people love winter camp and some people wish they never got certified. Me, I love it. Absolutely love it. I did not even try to get certified for the beginning um, level. I only have level 2 and level 3, which I love. I read a lot about the younger ones, and I mean, I enjoy the younger kids. I enjoy being excited and having energy, but I didn't do it. So, older is for me. Anyways, so there's different opinions on it, and it really just depends, honestly, on what kind of kids you get. I've been very lucky to have all wonderful kids. I've done, I can't even tell you how many tons of classes this week for winter camp. Almost all of my slots have gotten booked with winter camp and barely any regular classes, which I miss my regular kids, but I'm also having fun with this, so I'm kind of hoping next week it'll be a little bit of both. Um, but it's been great, and I've been doing the same ones over and over. So I've gotten a whole, I have bins for each different lesson, and I'm able to use it even if it's, if it's the winter camp level 2 or 3. I just change it up just a little bit. There's a little difference in it, but for the most part, it's about the same. So anyways, I just wanted to show y'all, some props that I have for the different lessons. I have no idea how many lessons there are. So I'm just going to talk about the ones that I've done already. I've done 6 of them, and they're the ones that I keep doing over and over. And I know it's only the first week, so I'm assuming that's just the beginning ones, and there'll be more. I have no idea. So anyways, there are people that are the minimalist on props, and if that's you and that's what you want to be, that's awesome, but that is not me. I have this weird obsession with having props, and there's a lot of stuff going on behind me. So a lot of it is made though, and you'll see that you don't have to go out and spend a lot of money. Just, if you have a printer, if you can draw, whatever. Anyways, all right, so let's go. So we're going to first do exploring new places. So for that one, let's see, stoplight. So that's going to be this one. So there are things in there talking about, sorry, I wrote down things because I'm trying to remember what all these classes are. It's talking about if you get lost, what do you do? How can you get somewhere? So you can talk to a police officer. You can use your phone, or my phone is, your phone for GPS. You can ask somebody where to go. You talk about different ways to find your way. And then there are road signs. So I have like the one way. It's blurry. I can't get this autocorrect or autofocus thing to work right when I'm in class. Anyway, so there's the one way. I have a stop sign. We talk about what the different signs mean. And then for my stoplight, I made my beautiful stoplight that the green circle is a little smaller. Don't mind it. It's okay. And we talk about, what does red, yellow, and green mean? Well, they'll tell me stop, slow, go, or whatever. So I make it interactive by, okay, green, let's go. And we start running. And then I'll go, yellow. We'll start walking. And then red, stop. Yeah. Just make it interactive. Don't just ask them, oh, what do these mean? Because the more interactive you are with them, the more they're going to be interested in talking to you. I've had a lot of kids that did not want to talk or were not interested in the lesson itself, and I kind of started making them laugh, and I was coming up with different things. I let them talk on their own. If they're not interested in what we're talking about, then I'll kind of like see what it is that they're talking. Like, for example, one of the kids this morning started talking about this food she likes. It had nothing to do with the lesson, so I'm like, okay, so we just started talking about the food she likes, and that just snowballed into a whole conversation. And you know what? Yes, they're supposed to be learning whatever's in front of you, transportation or traveling or whatever. But if they're not going to talk when you're doing that, you're just wasting their time and there's nothing going to happen. You're both going to stare at each other. So just go with what they're talking about, because the point of winter camp is conversation and learning conversation skills in English. So I let her talk. We talked about her likes, and then I kind of slowly pulled her back in. Um, Anyways, so, all right, so then I have a bus, we have a taxi, so we talked about, different things you can use to explore places. Okay, so then shopping. Shopping, I have a whiteboard that has all of the different types of the words we're going to be learning. So shopping mall, supermarket, flea market, online wallet, and credit card. I had one of my first classes with winter camp was a girl that was extremely smart. So every time there would be a word she didn't know, all of these words, she would say, hold on, and she would stop. She would write them all down in her notebook, ask me what they meant, and then she even said them back to me in Chinese, or yes, so I could learn. Um, so what I did today, I had her again, is I wrote down all of them and I put them up there. And she said, okay, I'll go back and write them all down later, because she knew that it took a lot of time to stop each time. But I just taught them all to her at the beginning. So that's good to have. Then we talked about the different types of stores, the mall, the flea market, things like that. And then there's the Mike and Meg, where you put them, what store you want them to go to. Well, when she moved hers, she put hers, she was just moving it quick. He was like up on the roof. So I'm like, Mike, why are you up on the roof? That's dangerous. And she started laughing. So we talked about why that was dangerous. And how did he get up there? What do you think he did? Did he climb? Did he fly? So there's extension right there. Use what you see on the screen to extend, because there's 17 slides, I think it is. And a lot of people are like, oh, that's not enough, I'm going to get done quick. I have never gotten to the end and still had a ton of time. I actually almost run out of time every time, because I extend so much and we just get into a fun conversation. So watch your time, but there's always something to extend. Listen to what they're saying or watch what they're doing on the screen. One of them, I don't know, I think it's the eating in a Western restaurant. The girl took the chicken, the baked and the steamed, and she put them both on the plate for Meg. Wow, Meg is hungry. Is she going to eat that all? And, well, what could we do since we have two? So she ended up giving one to Mike, but he didn't have a plate. So what can we do? She made him a plate. So, anyways, okay. And then you talk about an online wallet and cash and a credit card. So I printed out an online wallet. Oh, there's the, okay. Showed her that, explained you can use it on your phone, the Snap. Credit card. Obviously, you're not going to use your own credit card with your information, so you can just print one out. Works just as good. It's really big. And then I have the money for cash, or yeah, I have this, and then these I use for rewards. There's hundreds, 50, 20. So I don't have a felt board right now. I'm going to change my whole background. So until then, she was just laughing at me putting money all over me as she got it. And then at the end, she counted all the money she had, and we talked about what she would buy with it, which she was going to buy me a trip to China. How awesome is that? If only. Okay, moving on. I always try to do short, there goes all my money. I always try to do short videos, and it never works out that way. Sorry about that. Okay, eating in a Western restaurant. My least favorite winter camp one ever. It is not great. It is not great. Not great. I won't say anything more bad about it. There's a lot of words that the kids have no idea what's happening. It's hard for them to understand. It's really, really boring for them, for me, for everybody. So try ahead of time to plan to extend with fun things, or they're going to get really bored and you're going to be like, I don't even know what to do. So I've taught this one quite a few times, so I'm okay now, but the first one was, it was torture. So I just have a menu and food. I mean, it's pretty basic. You talk about different types of restaurants, ask them where they've been before. You talk about ordering food, like the steps you take. So I have a menu, which I don't put up close because it's actually really blurry. Oh my gosh, it doesn't even look blurry there. Wow, but it's blurry how it's printed out because I printed it out bigger. But anyways, so we talk about, there's pictures of the food, there's the names of the food, prices, and how you look at your menu, and then you order. And then I have some different foods. You know, we have rice, pizza. And then depending on if they're interested, which most of them are just like, whatever. We'll talk about what our favorite food is, you know, and I'll say, well, do you like bananas? No. Well, do you like dinosaurs? And every single time they bust out laughing. No, we don't eat dinosaurs. Want to try? Ugh. Yeah, just to get them interested. All right. I talked fast in these two. I'm sorry. Making new friends. This was my first one that I taught, and I loved it. The boy's best friend was actually there, and he was sitting in the room to the side. And when we were talking about best friends, he said, my best friend is right here. Can he come? And I'm like, yeah, you know. It was so cute. He got up behind him and he put his arms around his neck and they were smiling. It was great. Anyways, so making new friends is talking about different sports and things you can do with your friends. So I have a basketball somewhere. I have a soccer ball. I don't know. For the reward, we were shooting the basketball into the hoop. Family pictures. There's two kids looking at the picture of the family. So he told me who was in his family, and then I showed him pictures, you know, of my family, my dad and my mom and my family. And he started counting all the people in my family and talked about, see, here we go again with the autofocus. I don't know. Sorry. And he was like, I said, do I have a big family or a small family? And he said, you have a big family. And I said, well, do you have a big family or a small family? So he's like, I have a big one. This person, this person, this person. Pictures, some of them, I can't remember which one, has talking about your hometown. One of them's not. They're a little different. So I have beautiful, beautiful hometown, the mountains, and then I have where I work, the school I work at. So just basically kind of, he gets to know me, I get to know him. That, I think, has been one of my favorites because it's just basic conversation and getting to know each other, and it's a lot of fun. Okay, let's go traveling. Which one is let's go traveling? This one. Okay, so tickets. So I printed out a airplane ticket. And it was great because when I was talking about tickets, I said, you know, you buy a ticket to go on an airplane to travel. And she pulled up this ticket. And she's like, I have a ticket. And I said, well, where are you going? And she said, these are for a violin performance. So that was kind of cool. She knew exactly what it was. I'm trying to get my autofocus back. If anybody knows what the issue is here, you can leave a comment and I would appreciate it. This happens in my class all the time and I feel dumb. I'm over here like up close trying to get the focus back on me and it takes forever. I have it on autofocus. If y'all know what's up, please tell me. Passport. I have a passport that I printed out. There are really cool ones you can print out that you open and it has like Meg on it and information. But I just did the basic one and we talked about what it's for. Then we talked about having brochures for when you go places, of things you can do and see. So I have one printed out from Boone of things you could see, and you know, there's pictures and there's words, and this is how we plan what we're going to do. So, and that goes also with a travel plan. We have to make a travel plan in it. So we talk about what do we need to do, what do we need to pack, all of that. Yeah, and there's also pack luggage. So there's a slide where you take and you can move the things to the luggage, but I usually have a bag and I'll say, well, I'm going to pack, and I'll just find random stuff. I have so much random stuff over here. Feather, see, random. We're just going to pack random stuff after they pack. And then we talk about where we're going to go. We come up with this place we're going to go together, and we figure out how we're going to get there. Got the globe, so if we want to go into a different country, we figure out where it's at. And how we're going to get there? We're going to go on an airplane. Even though one of my children said that he was going to come to America to see me, and he was going to walk. And I asked him, how are you going to walk here? It's very far away. And he said, well, I can put the map down on the ground, and I can walk across it, and it won't take long, and there's no water on the map. He's like, or I can put on my skywalking shoes, and then I don't have to go through the water. So again, that gets the kids problem solving, and it is so much fun. All right, one more. What's your hobby? I missed one. The traveling one, I guess. There were different, I don't know. One of them has like how you're going to get to places. There's all kinds of different things. I have a lot of felt pieces, which makes it really simple. And like I said, I'm going to put a felt board back there. So what's your hobby? Again, you've got sports. I think there's like basketball and soccer on there. You talk about the difference. Make sure when they're talking about football that you know and they know which one they're actually talking about, because they call soccer football. So we let them know football's different for us. We call this soccer. Reading, it talks about, you know, a hobby is reading. We read a book. There you go. How much do you read? Snorkel. I do not have a snorkel. I'm waiting for the Dollar Tree to get them, because they usually have them in the summertime, and I'm going to have a snorkel if it gets here soon, before winter camp's over. I might just see if I can find one. And then the goggles, because they're talking about diving and snorkeling. And then painting. I just have from painting. I have a paintbrush and paint thing, and we paint, and then they draw a picture and pretend they're painting, and then I draw a really horrible looking picture and they laugh at me. It's wonderful. Okay, well, I think that is it. Yep, that's it. So, like I said, I mean, it really depends on the child you get, but even if you have children that don't want to participate, they will if you figure out how. Don't worry so much about the lesson and the words on the screen. If they don't want to read them and they don't want to do that, just let them talk, and then kind of figure out how to teach them throughout that. Anyways, thanks for watching, and if you have any questions, you can leave a comment or send me a message, and I will be happy to help you out. And if there's anything that you want to add to help me out, because I've been doing this a week, so I'm no pro either, I would love to hear it. I'll see you guys later. Goodbye!